Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, the 40th birthday edition. So, in our last episode, we made a bunch of roller coasters and I did ask for names. So, we had a request for the Loops of Madness and I gave it to this roller coaster. Now, this one technically has more loops, I think, but the loops on this one are pure madness. I mean, it has the loops at the top of the hills, not the bottom. So, for me, that makes the name more appropriate for this one. We also had a request for Mama Gama, and I felt that was a very fitting name for the big green coaster. We also had a request for Ash Are Burning, and I think that's a cool request, but that's going to be I think that's going to be for a future roller coaster, because remember, I did mention building a mining district over here. What game am I playing? A mining area of the park, I guess. A mine town themed area. And that seems like a very appropriate name for a roller coaster from that. Now, so yeah, our idea for today is I want to finish up the Birthday Plaza and possibly also start the Mine Town District. I do want to make like a hilltop district over here that's going to have some stuff. I'm just going to keep saying district because I don't know what else to say. But anyway, what I intend to do now... Well, I just told you what I intended to do. I'm getting redundant. But one of the other things I want to do is I want to make another transport coaster. We're going to have 4 in the park. You remember we have the first one over here. It's been a while since we looked at our water area. Has anyone ever been on this ride? No, nobody has ever been on this ride. That's hilarious. But anyway, we have this other transport coaster that has never been finished. And it's not going to be finished today, don't worry. And this, we're going to build another one on top of this one that's going to go in this direction and end up over here somewhere. So yes, I fully intend to have 4 transport coasters going from like the various corners of the park to go to each other. That's in lieu of the railroad or anything like that. So that's going to be what we intend to do, and there's also room on this hill, I do believe, for another roller coaster. So I think what I want to do is we're going to start with a roller coaster, but I want to point out to you, if you've wondered why I have guest 1392 here, he's a very grumpy guy and he's probably going to leave soon, so it's a good time to talk about him. The reason I have this random number guest on here is because he's actually been in the park for an absurd amount of time. Now, the guests are numbered sequentially by number, and if you look, he's been here far, far longer than everyone else. And by saying that, I have cursed him and he is leaving the park. But I just want to shout him out before he goes. I mean, if I click on this here, you can see everything he's been on. He's been on just about everything in the park. He's been here for 15 hours and 48 minutes. Keep in mind, that's real game time. Compare that to our next newest guy. He's been here for 12 hours and 24 minutes, so that's like a 3-hour gap. And he's on his way out. So I just want to shout this guy out, and we are also going to put a tack down for this guy because he's about to become the newest, or the most tenured guest, I guess you could say. In contrast, we're well into the 7,000s by now. But so long, guest number 1392. It was nice having you. Well, anyway, it's time to get to work on a roller coaster. I propose we build... Let's see, what's one of our Wild Mouse designs that we still have? Because I do seem to remember we had a whole bunch. The Spinning Wild Mouse, the Inverted Hairpin Coaster. It's not called a wild mouse, but it essentially functions as one. So what we're going to do is we are going to build that up here and have some fun. We always have fun here on the Bone Canoe Network, to make myself sound really official for no reason. So we're just going to put a station platform, I guess. Alright. And I just want to make sure we know what the trains we're getting ourselves into. Okay, they're long trains, which means for this kind of roller coaster, we want to put a entrance at the very, very end. You might even call it an end-trance if you were a jerk. But, yeah, we have that going on. And we also have the ability or the desire to build the start of the, what's it called? The transport coaster. Which is, if we keep with the theme, is just another looping roller coaster. So, let's have this be on top of this one. And we have to keep with the choo-choo. We have to keep some variation of the track color scheme. But I don't want a complete copy, so we're going to make that white and that brown. And we're going to make this like a different brown. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not in love with that, but we can cope. So we're gonna have this directly on top. I just want to make sure it sits nicely on top of the other one, but it's kind of facing the other direction. So we're gonna have a little silliness when it comes to this, but it's the kind of silliness you can work with. Alright, well, now that we have all these things set up, I do believe we can get started on these roller coasters, so it's about time to hit the fast forward button and to play the music. Okay, so we have another roller coaster added to our list of roller coasters in this park. And this one has the illustrious title of Hurl Girl. Because over here we have Spinny Boy. So Spinny Boy goes with Hurl Girl. Oh yes. And you see the rating is, they like the intensity of like 9 or higher. And this is like 8.7. And I guess that's fine because 100% of people who ride it, or who want to, 100% of people who see it will get in line for it. And even though I have the cars set to leave pretty much as soon as they get on, just the process of them getting on at all is long enough that the cars just like back up here, but it doesn't matter. It's going, the throughput is as fast as it can, and people just, the line, you know, I could make the line longer, but that's how you get people to be mad. Yeah, people, one thing that people do in this game is they have a tendency to make way too long queue lines, and then people get annoyed and impatient. So it's better just to keep a queue line that somebody waits no more than about 5 minutes in. So what we are going to do now is, I do believe I want to make one more roller coaster in this area, because I like the idea that no matter what side of the plaza you're on, you have at least one roller coaster to access. And yes, we do have the transport coaster, and we do have this guy up here. And I don't know, maybe even this area I can have part of it coming through. But we have a number of options that we can pick from for our roller coaster. So what I was thinking, though, actually there's a few options. The mini suspended coaster is a fun one. I wasn't even thinking about that one. I was thinking of the what was the one I was thinking of? I think I was thinking of the compact inverted coaster. Where is that? There it is. So I could do the compact inverted coaster. I could do the mini suspended coaster. Now, the mini suspended coaster has to be on hills, or else there's just not going to be enough height. So it could be over here. Man. Like, I was pretty sure I was going to do this. You know what we'll do? Oh, okay. We will keep with the compact inverted coaster that I was originally thinking of for here, alright? So, we're going to do that, and then we'll do the spinning, or the swinging coaster maybe over here somewhere. Maybe that will be another Mine Town adjacent ride. So, alright, let's see. Just to check, this is the kind of ride where you have long trains. Alright, I thought so. So, we're going to put the entrance here. And the exit we'll put over here. Not really a complicated setup, to be clear. Oops. There we go. So that brings us our basic, what's the word? Our basic beginning for the ride. I just want to make sure, yeah, we can do that. Very good, because we want an area where there is a nice little break. Yeah, it's worthwhile just to do the beginning sometimes of the ride. Get it all situated, and interestingly, let's see, we have light blue, we have green, we have yellow and red. What? And we have a pink and like a medium blue over here. So it's like, what do we want for our roller coaster? By the way, I want to make an area later that's like all black and white. It's like monochrome. I think that would be cool. But I'm thinking it's about time for us to get a, we need a purple. We need a gloriously purple. Well, maybe not that purple, but, ooh. Yeah, we need a velvety purple, super cool, awesome roller coaster guy here. It's just something that we need. And, let's see. Oh, that is sharp. That is sharp, my friends. My goodness. Yeah, we definitely need the Chaperone coaster here. Oh my gosh, yes, that is what we are going to do. And, yes, it is going to be party time. So let's go ahead and make this roller coaster and hit the music.
Learned it on the internet, wheels turning in my head. Think back to what you said, and I turn red, I'm turning red. Wild thoughts that make me melt, good at below the belt. Sometimes I scare myself, but I can't help what I can't help. So shame on me and shame on you. I fantasize what we would do, and I would hear taste and the way you move up. Some good girls do bad things too. I want this like a cigarette. Can we drag it out and never quit? And oh my God, you're heaven sent with your dirty mind. Yeah, you're perverted. You give me guilty, guilty pleasure. You give me guilty, guilty pleasure. Feels like pornography, watching you try on jeans. You're a butthead, you're a cinephile. It's been a while since you turned up the dial. So shame on me, shame on you. I fantasize what we would do, and I wouldn't taste the way you move on. Some good girls do bad things too. I want this like a cigarette. Can we drag it out and never quit? And oh my God, you're heaven sent with your dirty mind. Yeah, you're perverted. You give me guilty, guilty pleasure. 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 You give me guilty, guilty pleasure.
Alright, so the coaster is done, and somehow it has an intensity rating of 10.8. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. It doesn't get up to speed. In fact, it's pretty slow for most of the ride. And I don't know where exactly it happens that it thinks it's going too fast. I mean, there, it's a little fast, but it's not that fast. That turn, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. But, oh well. Anyway, it is a, still popular with enough people. Like 40%. That means that for every 3 people who are like, oh, that's too intense for me, there are 2 that will still go on it. According to this. It looks like it's a lot more than that, but already 61 people have gone on it, so I don't think it's too much of a worry, but we will indeed be naming this after Chapel Ground. Of course we will. Of course, someday we will possibly try to get behind why the intensity is so high and maybe do a fix, but I don't want to do that right now. What I think I want to do is let's do a little bit of work laying out our mine town, our next district. So we have this land here, and that is traditionally the mining district. The mine town. What's it called? The mine town colors, we'll say. At least it was in the first game, and it will be again here. So I don't know exactly where the boundaries for Mine Town will be, but I think it's pretty safe to say that they will be definitely within this valley. So what we're just going to do for now is we're going to go ahead and color the ground, because this is the start of any good mine. Oops! Look at that! Look what I did. Oh well. When you're clicking around too fast, that will happen. But that's okay. We can survive such things. Boom. Alright. So there is the core of Mine Town. Unfortunately, the rain makes it a little bit annoying to see what's going on here. But what I intend to do is we have a mine coaster. Now, here's the thing. Oh, I'm wrong. I thought mine trains couldn't do steep slopes. Good. I'm glad they can. I was getting all worried. So, my idea for Mine Town is that we have a mine coaster that sort of zips around the perimeter and creates a little bit of a, you could even say like a visual barrier. So what I want to do, I don't actually want to make the station platform here. I want to make the lift hill over here. In fact, now that I see this, I want the lift hill to be a little bit higher. So we're going to do some careful jujitsu over here with our track. Something like that. I think this supports. Let's see if we can't do a more woody color. Yeah, I like that better. And on the rail itself, we can make that dark. Ooh, that's looking sharp. Yeah, so since we don't have a wooden roller coaster, I want to do something like that. Make it our pseudo wooden coaster. Alright, so let's see, is this where I want my station platform? I think it is. get to its final destination, it's going to have to go under Chapel Roan. Let's see. Brakes like that. And we will, we'll call that complete. Of course, getting to Minetown is going to be a little bit annoying now that I've built that right in the way. But you know what? We could totally do a, well, we're going to have more than one way in. That's, the key. But I like the idea that at least one of the ways in is underground. Let's see, Minetown will have... Well, first we have to get over to there. And then we have to start coming down. And... maybe we'll have some sort of feature here. I don't know. But that's one way into Minetown. And the other will be over here. We will have an underground entrance, and we're going to have it be all woody like this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see that? It is rather cool. We are going to be doing some more work on this terrain as we go, but we're going to have a little bit of a funnel, I think, going in. Actually, let me very carefully redo how I'm doing this, because yeah, let's have a double entrance. Right, we need to, well, this is really the kind of stuff I should be speeding up, isn't it? We will speed it up in a moment, but I want to, at least first get the basic parameters, and then once we're in here, we'll be in Dirtsville, USA. Or you know what? No, we'll be in Ashman. That's right. The ash-looking guy was the actual path of choice for this district back in the RCT1 days. What do you mean footpath in the way? What's going on? Oh, I understand what's going on. If we do that, are we wrong? Nope, we're right. There we go. And there we have our tunnel. And this is our dual way in to Minetown. Hopefully people will be looping around here and finding this before long. The way it intrudes on the 26th is a little bit worrying. Maybe what we're going to do is... oops. I think we can get this close. I just want to have some sort of, yeah, as long as we're this close and no closer, I am fine with it. And I think we'll have some sort of garden or something down here. Alright, there. I think I can live with that. So the idea is the mine coaster will go around the area In fact, Minetown, let's annex this area too. Nothing crazy, just between these hills. In fact, we'll have one hilltop be within the mine zone. There we go. That lays out Minetown, and that was extensive and long. That's what she said. Anyway, let us go ahead and start building. Oh, stretch. Oh, yeah, we're going to start building. Enjoy. Alright, so we have completed this roller coaster after very much trying and fixing and changing and all that stuff. But we managed to nail this one. The intensity is right in the sweet spot. The excitement is very high. So everyone's happy. You can see everyone's already riding it. It's very good. It's very popular. Everything is going to be pretty cool with that. Also, it's worth mentioning that I did mess around a little bit, and I managed to get Chaperone down from 10.8 to 10.3. Still not quite as good as I would have hoped, but at least the popularity is, it's like 25%. People are not riding on it, but some people are riding on it. I mean, they won't want it while it's raining, so there is that. So anyway, this does bring us to the end of the episode. I might try at some point to see if I can get this to be under 10, but for now it's going to be what it is. Now, next episode, we've made a start on our mine town, but I think we can actually make this a nice little area. Plus, I want to start working on, up here. I want this to be a kind of a little sanctuary in the hills, and I thought it would be cool if we could do something with like the log flume here, because the slope is very what's the word, helpful to us with the log flume. But anyway, that does bring us to the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed making all these rides, and the 40th birthday tour goes on, and we continue. So, thank you for watching, everybody, and see you next time.